Hello, ChatGPT. Is it possible for me to push a $100 account through to over $50,000 accounts within 24 hours trading NASDAQ or US 100?
No, it is not realistically possible to increase an account from $100 to $50,000 within 24 hours through trading on the NASDAQ or US 100. Such an outcome would require taking on extreme risk and is not representative of typical trading experiences.
Hello guys, so today we'll actually just be pushing a $100 account through to over $50,000 accounts within 24 hours, right? We'll actually just be achieving this target right here, guys. We'll actually just be achieving this target right here. Now, I've actually been practicing for this particular stuff, right? It was why I actually had to tell you what ChatGPT is actually saying, right? So what we're going to be doing, we're actually having a challenge on ourselves and on ChatGPT, right? So we're trying to prove ChatGPT wrong, and let's hope ChatGPT is not right? Because it actually said that it's unrealistically possible, right? So it's not possible. It's basically impossible, right? It's not realistic, right? So now that's what ChatGPT is actually saying. But we'll actually be trying to prove ChatGPT wrong today, right? We'll actually be trying to prove ChatGPT wrong. We're trying to actually hit this particular target. Now, actually, guys, I've been planning for this particular stuff. So, guys, understand this. What we're about to do, I didn't just wake up one day and start doing it, right? This stuff has taken several years of practice and several years of experience and several years of dedication and the rest. And now we're just trying to practice this stuff. Now we're trying to see if we can actually hit the target. We're trying to place in all these years of practice into our full realization, right? So we've been able to push a $10 account through to $1,000. We've been able to push a $25 account through to over $10,000. And today, within 24 hours, we'll be trying to push a $100 account through to over $50,000 accounts within 24 hours. Guys, this particular stuff is not going to be easy. Is not going to be easy at all. Not going to be easy at all. But I've set my mind to this. I've practiced and I've waited and I've tried all I can. We've actually gotten to this particular point and there is actually no going back. Now, one thing I can tell you guys is this. If and only if we're able to hit this target, that's if and only if we're able to hit this target, I'm actually going to take 40K out of this particular amount and I'm going to distribute it randomly to 4 different subscribers who are going to drop comments there randomly, right? We just select random 4 different traders who are going to be dropping comments and is going to like and share this particular video. We're going to look for them right there and we're actually going to be funding the accounts randomly like that. So that's 10K each for 4 people, just like that, right? I will be doing this particular stuff under the prop firm called the Traders Capital, right? The Traders Capital prop firm. That's actually what we'll be using, right? So we'll be using the traderscapital.com to actually be distributing this fund to these 4 random traders so they can actually trade and actually be cashing out from themselves, things like that. So guys, I'm actually locked up in the trading station currently. No going anywhere, guys. No going anywhere. I'm completely locked up in this place for the next 24 hours. Of course, I've actually done all the necessary stuffs I need to do and actually have 1 or 2 snacks and 1 or 2 stops around in case, you understand, guys, right? I'm also a human, right? So I have to look for stuff. So I actually just chew once in a while and things like that. But the main thing is I'm actually locked up in this trading station currently. There's no coming out from this particular place until this particular video actually ends prematurely, or we actually hit a target. So it's either we lose our account, the $100 actually disappears, or we hit a target. If none of this particular stuff is done, there's no going out from this room, and we're trying to hit this target within 24 hours, guys, within 24 hours. So guys, if you're actually new to this channel, you already know what to do. Simply just hit on subscription button, hit a like button, and remember to share this video so more people can actually gain access to this video also, just like that. So not to waste so much time, guys, let's start now. This is actually what you're having currently, guys. This is actually what you're having. So currently we're actually having we're actually having a US 100 year a 15-minute time frame. So this is exactly what we'll actually be using to hit a target crazily, just like that. Right now, if you actually check out this particular stuff, you can actually see also that we're actually having $100 here, right? 34 cents. Yeah, I know it's a little bit over, right? Yeah, I know, but that is what they call let's just count that out, right? 30%. Let's just count that out. So we're actually having about $100 right here at this particular spot. So not, guys, this is the capital we're starting with. Not this is the capital we're starting with. You can snap this stuff, you can do whatever you want to do, but this is actually what we are having, and we'll be trading only using only a NAS 100. Guys, I've been waiting for a perfect chart formation, and I've been waiting for the perfect time to actually do this video, because everything about trading is about timing. If you catch the right timing, everything is possible. Right now, it's not like we'll just be pushing $100 through to 50K every time, right? And this might not, just the warning, this might not go very well. Now, even if we'll be using some professional strategies here and all, one thing you must also notice, trading can actually be risky also, right? So what we're actually trying to do is actually a move which even ChatGPT told us that it's literally not possible to actually do, right? It's not realistic. So this particular stuff actually took years of practice and everything. So it's not like I just woke up one day and want to attempt something like this, right? So yeah, so I'll actually be telling you every single stuff, how we'll actually be going to the trade, how will be the strategies we'll be using. We'll actually be analyzing every single candlestick chart and everything here, right? Every single candlestick on our chart and everything, right? As we go into the trades and things like that. So guys, not to waste much time, let's start now. Okay, so what we're actually having, guys, is this. You can actually see, first of all, and chart is kind of like volatile currently, kind of like just a plain, well, not so volatile, of course, but then we're actually having a nice formation at about this particular spot already right now. First of all, let's check out the origin of this chart, right? It actually started from here first. So as a reminder, I think I said it before, let me just repeat it. This is a 15 minutes time frame. So you actually don't comment, Mr. P, what time frame is this? This is a 15 minutes time frame, right? Now, this particular stop is actually just pushing around this range, right? Just pushing around this particular level, and it's dropping down like this, right? It's actually dropping down like this, and then it dropped down, got to this particular level, only to take off again back to this level. You can actually see, hit this particular level at this spot, and then dropped again and pushed up again. Now, what can you actually see? You can actually see a consolidation process, right? Now, the beauty about what's happening on this consolidation is this. This is where things becomes much more interesting. I'm actually just going to show you something now. Let me actually just quickly show you something. You should actually notice a nice movement at about this spot, right? A nice movement at about this spot, right? Now, what do you notice? You notice it was actually having a nice consolidation, and after which, boom, it actually broke out of this spot. And whenever a support is actually broken on a consolidation, on the resistance is broken on a consolidation, what do you notice happens? That spot starts getting wicked, right? It means that this spot can always be broken. It means that this particular spot will always be attracted, right? This particular spot will always be attracting the candlestick towards itself, because it's already now weak, right? The candlestick needs a spot to go where where it will be easier for it to move, right? So the market will start pushing towards this particular direction. Sellers will start running in because they know now that the support zone is now weak, right? They can easily break the support zone and cash out from that spot. So we'll actually be mapping out the support zone. I will actually be utilizing the support zone as much as possible. Now, so what are we having now at this particular spot? First of all, we're actually having this particular spot here, right? You can actually see this spot here at this particular spot. It dropped, it hit this particular level, after which it pushed up towards this particular spot, and then it created a third touch here. So what I'm waiting for, we're actually waiting for this particular spot to push towards this particular range here, just at about this range or so here that we're actually having. It pushes towards this particular range that we're actually having here. We're now having kind of like our fall, right? We're having kind of our fall, right? Our fourth touch at about that spot, right? Then mainly as we get our fourth touch, we can easily go into this particular trade and look for a stop loss level there, right? And look for a stop loss level. So for the now, what we'll just do is to actually just chill, right? There's actually still so much energy because we're just starting, right? Guys, I just hope this stuff goes very well, very fast. Okay, guys, so our fourth touch actually just hit, right? Remember, we're actually watching the zone, and this is actually a fourth touch. I would have actually gone into the trade, right? I would have gone into the trade, but I just needed a level of confirmation that this particular stock wants to start dropping, right? So I just had to wait a little. I was actually just monitoring it. It took roughly about 2 hours or so, just checking out the stuff once in a while and the rest. Of course, I'm also trying to multitask, responding to emails and other stuff, right? Excuse me, guys. So this is actually what you're having. So currently we can actually just storm into this particular trade, and after storming into this particular trade, of course some retracements are possible. Yeah, it's possible. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to storm into the trade and just keep some margin, right? We just have to leave some margin. And ChatGPT was correct in one aspect. We'll actually be using a lot of risks to actually achieve this particular aim, but it doesn't mean that we'll just exhaust all our margin. That will be too much of risk. So we'll just be kind of like working with our risks, trying to apply a good risk management structure, but at the same time going a little bit extra, right? So I would actually just be stocking up a lot of trades at this particular stop is actually moving, right? So we'll actually be using the stacking method today to actually hit our target, right? So guys, so what we're just going to do now is to just zoom into the trade now and just start using a stacking method. Currently we're actually having a rate of like 7 bucks currently. That's actually what we're having at the spot, right? So we'll actually just be waiting, just gradually we'll just be waiting, and as this particular stuff keeps dropping, we'll just be stacking in more trades, things like that, right? And of course we know our stop loss level already. Our stop loss level we'll wait to in at about this spot, so our stop loss level will now be just at about this spot, right? Just at about this level. Yeah, let's try zooming that a bit, right? Let's try adjusting that. Okay, cool. Now so our stop loss level will just be right at about this spot, right? Let's just say right at about this spot, just right at about the spot like that, right? So that's be our stop loss. So for our take profit levels, it's actually now very easy. So we now know, first of all, our first take profit level will now be around this range, right? So these are first level. So we actually had some form of resistance here. So we'll actually be looking at this level to be 2, and then this will be 3, and then this will be 4. So we'll just see how this particular stop actually goes from this particular direction. If we actually notice some funny movement and the rest, we zoom off instantly at this 4th level. Yeah, so that's just how this particular stop actually works, guys. So we'll actually just be watching out this particular chart, right? I'll actually just be checking out the chart actively and just be stocking in more trades, right? Wow, but attacks and other things. But that's the only way we can actually hit a target, guys. So we just first of all need to try to push to 1,000. From 1,000, we just want to see if we can push to 10,000, and from then things will kind of like be a little bit I don't know, a little bit more easier, right? A little bit easier, right? So yeah, so we'll actually just be watching how this particular stuff actually goes. So that this is actually what we're having currently, guys. So I've actually just been stacking into it, guys. Now I was actually supposed to leave at this particular level here. I was actually supposed to leave at this level. Now the reason why I actually remained was because of the crazy bullish formation. There was actually a bearish formation. There was actually a nice bearish engulfing here, right? A nice bearish engulfing here. So it made that this one actually closed. It closed nicely again on a nice bearish formation and started dropping. So guys, come on, you can't see peeps and run away. For those that are part of Mr. PFX University, which is actually free, of course, I always write it there. No wasting of peeps, guys. So when I actually drop a signal there, you are not permitted to waste peeps. So it was just actually what happened here. You can actually see the stop still dropping. So let's not talk a lot, guys. Let's actually leave this straight first. We're actually having over 600 bucks currently and an equity of about 735, 744 now. Let's actually zoom on the street, guys. Let's actually just zoom on the street first. So that we're actually having about 721, guys. Guys, this was our first trade. Guys. This was the first trade, and this was actually really dangerous, right? This was actually really dangerous. Now we're already getting close to our first target, which of course is at 1,000 bucks. Already getting close to that, and we just actually took just one catch actually took us to this particular spot, right? Of course, we're using the stacking method to actually hit that. If we don't do that, there's no way we can actually hit a target, right? So guys, you can actually see we're actually having about 721 currently, guys. Damn, these are actually just smooth, guys. So what we're actually just waiting for now, guys, is we're actually just waiting for this particular stuff to actually just play around this range, right? Just play around this particular spot, because first of all, guys, we're actually having a zone here. You can actually notice we're actually having a zone here, right? This particular zone actually leads towards the bottom, telling us that it has some possibility of dropping towards the bottom again, right? I remember a zone before, which we actually mapped out already, stating that this particular stuff actually broke this particular spot and dropped down. And now look at it, for the second time, guys, it has actually broken this particular stuff and dropped down again. So what we're actually expecting is for this consolidation to just continue, and then it it keeps trying to break towards the bottom like that, right? It keeps trying to break towards the bottom. That's just exactly what we're trying to do, guys. So guys, we're actually just going to wait and see what actually happens next. If this particular stuff actually just keep playing, because it has actually broken like this now, if it keeps playing around this range and then it gives us a confirmation or so at about this spot, it means that we might actually just have to go on the sell orders. If it actually gives us a confirmation of the breakout, right, we might actually just have to go on the sell, right? And then if it actually gives us what they claim that a confirmation to push back up to continue its consolidation process, then we can actually just stock in buys also. So either way, guys, we'll actually have trade. So if it drops and breaks towards the bottom, well, we'll just wait for a confirmation candlestick. Boom, we're in. If it gives us some confirmation candlestick of a back shift, because it seems like it's already getting rejected at about this spot. From what I can actually see, seems like it's actually getting rejected here. So if we actually just get a confirmation candlestick, it means that we're actually just stocking buys again, guys, and actually just cash it towards the top like that. So guys, for now, we're actually just been waiting. Okay, guys. So in checking this particular stuff, this is actually what we're having. You can actually see this, right? This is actually what we're having. I actually just wait to get to water and the rest and just chill and respond to some stuffs. And then I came back and I'm seeing a nice formation here, and I was actually so excited, right? I was actually so excited to continue this video. Guys, look at this stuff, guys. Look at this particular stuff. Now we are expecting this particular stuff to continue its consolidation process and push up, right? Take off. Now, and then it actually just made life a lot easier for us by giving us a formation here. Can you see that, guys? This actually a morning star, guys, that it actually just gave us, right? This is just too good, guys. This is actually just too good. So what we can actually just do, guys, is this. We can actually just stock in our buys now, because it seems like the momentum on this chart is increasing. It's just fluctuating kind of. I don't want the momentum to just go mad and just take off and leave us, right? So you can actually see this particular stop is actually a morning star. So what we can actually just do is to stomp into this particular trade, right, and just place a stop loss just above this particular level here, right? Just above this particular level here. We'll actually just place a stop loss just around this level here, because if it actually hits that level and break it, it means that, well, our morning star must have lied to us and actually wants to drop down, right? So we actually don't want to play around like that today, right? Even if it hits our stop loss, we can actually just go in again if we get another confirmation candlestick, right? But for now, we'll just be looking at this particular spot as a stop loss, and we can actually just stock in trades into this particular stuff now, knowing that this particular spot, let me actually just show you those levels, because I'm trying to reduce the length of this video as much as possible. So we're actually looking at this particular level. We're actually looking at this particular level. Okay, maybe that should be our second level, because there's actually a nice resistance at about the spot. So let's actually just say this will be our first level, this is our second level, right? And then we'll be looking at let's say a third level at about the spot, right? So we'll actually just see how the candlesticks actually move to actually know the levels that it should get to. But definitely the first and second level, definitely. But I don't know about the third level. We'll actually just see how the chart actually moves. So let's actually just stock in enough trades now, guys. We just went into this trade, guys, and we're actually having a rate of about over $100 already, and we just went in. Guys, this is not looking nice. This is not looking nice, guys, but it's cool. It's cool, guys. It's cool. It's actually because we are trying to, like, we're using a really large margin, right, on this particular trade. So we're actually having about minus 126, but it's cool, guys. We already know where our stop loss is to start with. So guys, yeah, so we'll actually just be waiting. We'll actually just be waiting on this particular stuff and actually just see how this particular stuff actually goes. We've already mapped out our levels and things like that. So now it's just to wait and keep stocking in trades. That's if it actually goes very well. But damn, this is actually very tricky, guys. This is actually very tricky. This is actually what we're having currently, and it's actually just playing around that level, guys. We'll actually just see how this particular stuff actually goes. I don't want this video to be so long, so I'll just cut out some of this boring part out of the video, and we'll just see how this particular stuff actually goes. Okay, guys, so this is actually what we're having. I've just been stocking in trades, into this particular stuff. Right, guys, oh wow, I've just been stuck in trades here, and I just actually noticed a crazy stuff here. It's actually pushed up to a particular level and started dropping back down again, and now I actually saw that this particular stop actually closed on a hammer, right, on a hammer at this particular spot here. That's not very visible. Let's see if we can actually increase that. It's actually closed with kind of like, first of all, we actually had a hammer here. I just decided to ignore it because it was actually kind of like still looking like it to push up, so I actually just had to wait. I was expecting it to just give me a bullish, bearish engulfing candlestick, and I zoom off, and then it kept pushing only for me to give a another form of a hammer here, what some people can classify as not a hammer, but it's actually okay also. So maybe that's actually gave me this formation. Boom, guys, I actually just knew I had to leave this particular trade now. So guys, we'll actually just be zooming off this particular trade. I wanted us to get to the third level, but seems like we've actually received a lot of warning. This was the first, this is the second. So let's not be stubborn, guys. Let's just leave this trade. It's okay. Like, we're having like 656 here. Let's actually just leave this trade. So we would have actually clocked over 1,000 of equity. Technically, we'll actually just zoom off this trade, and we're actually having about 1.3k roughly currently. So guys, we've actually hit a first target, which is actually 1,000 bucks. So now we actually get to the second stage now, which is trying to push this 1,000 bucks through to what do you call it now? Trying to push this 1,000 bucks through to through to over 10,000 bucks, right? So we'll try pushing this through to over 10,000 bucks, and from there we can see how it actually goes. Maybe from there we'll start targeting a 50k straight, right? Yeah, we just target a 50k straight from a 10,000. So from 100 to a 1,000 first stage, right? Second stage from a 1,000 through to a 10k. That's a second stage, and then a third stage, which will be our final stage, will be from a 10k through to a 50k, just like that. So guys, that's just how this class actually goes. So we'll actually just wait and actually just see. From what I can actually see, I'm actually seeing a curve formation already. I guess you can actually see that. And whenever there's a curve formation, it means that a reversal actually wants to happen, right? So it actually just wants to keep curving, and after which we notice a sudden drop, starts dropping towards this particular level that we're actually having here. And yeah, of course, we're actually having the first level here. Of course, naturally, these are first level, and these actually are second. These are first level because there is actually a crazy support here, and there's actually one here also, and this particular spot is actually a crazy support level also. So guys, we're actually just waiting on this particular stop to actually just see what happens. It might actually also just break above this. If it breaks above this, it means it will close above it, and now I'm expecting to come straight to this, my third level before, right? Remember, our third level, it comes to this third level, or it gets to the fourth level, things like that. But either way, guys, either way, we catch a breakout, we just make sure that the stuff is as sniper as possible, and we start stocking in our trades just like that. Guys, the chart has just been unusually slow, guys. The chart has just been unusually slow, right? But yeah, I've just been coming to check, just be checking out the stuff, right? Because I'm trying to respond to a few emails also, things like that, within the trading station, because we're not coming out from this place today, right? So I've just been trying to check out this particular stuff, and these are actually what we're having right currently. And we actually started having some crazy bearish, what they're calling some crazy bearish formations, telling us that the candlestick is actually what they're calling the bearish movement is actually taking over currently, right? So you can actually see this we've seen before, and then we actually saw this particular stuff at hammer here, right? Actually got formed, and then we got another one here, right, which is looking like a hammer at the same time like a morning star, right? But either way, we actually know that the bearish candlesticks, they're actually taking over this particular chart, and then we're actually having a curved formation at this particular spot to actually give us a further confirmation. So guys, come on, there's no time to waste. Let's actually stock into more sales into this particular stuff now. We already know our levels, our first level and a second level, just like that. We can actually just stock in trades into this particular stuff now before this stuff leaves us. Of course, we know our stop loss also. Our stop loss based on this particular range is actually very weak, because there are a lot of wicks here and a lot of wicks here and the rest. So it's possible to come and create more wick here. So what we want to do is we want to look at towards this level for our stop loss. Yeah, I know. Towards this level for our stop loss. Things like that. Hey guys, so these are actually what we're having currently. Yeah, I actually just had to take out the boring part, of course. But then in short, this particular stuff has just been playing around with us, things like that. And what we actually just noticed now is that this particular stuff actually just dropped, hit a first level at this particular spot, and boom, hit a second level. And you can actually see it actually just hit a second level. And of course, I've been stacking in so many trades into this particular stuff, so that currently, guys, we're actually running over 2,000 bucks of profit currently. Guys, we are guys, don't forget that this particular stuff actually started. This particular stuff actually started from just 100 bucks, just 100 bucks, and just like that, we're actually having about 2.3k is actually still dropping. But this we've actually hit a level, so let's actually just run off this trade as fast as possible now. But we're actually just having about 3.6k currently, guys, 3.6k currently. But let's not get so much excited, because we are still far away from our target, guys. We are still far away from our target. But if we actually plot out what we're having now, let's actually just plot out what you're having. You should actually notice we're actually having something like this, right? Meaning that this particular stuff is actually just played around, and then it actually just hit a level here. It actually just hit a level here. So guys, what we're actually just expecting is for this particular stuff naturally to actually just take off again, right? To actually just take off, might say like that, towards this particular level, right? First of all, towards this particular level, which we actually have here, and towards this particular level also, right? So it's actually kind of like tricky, but that's exactly what we're actually expecting it to do. So we can actually just catch it around this particular level just like that, right? So for the now, we'll actually just wait, right? Because come on guys, this particular stuff might actually just decide to go against us and then just break below that and it starts dropping. You know how NASDAQ can act, guys. When NASDAQ wants to drop, you can't stop it. It can just start taking off, and that's it. So we actually want to monitor this chart at this particular range to actually check for our confirmation candlesticks. If it actually appears on on a breakout formation, then we can actually just storm in the breakout, because today we're not looking at any other chart. We're just trading only on a NASDAQ, or also known as a US 100, also known as a US Tech. Okay, guys. So we'll actually just wait for a few more minutes and actually just see expect us to actually go. Okay, guys. So basically, this is actually what we're having. So I've just been stocking in trades, crazy like that. And you can actually notice that this particular stuff actually hit our first level and a second level. And then I just kept holding because I was actually waiting for for some bearish pushback, right? So I actually noticed it actually hit the spot, but then the bearish movement was actually so powerful. The momentum was actually so smooth and the rest. So I actually just had to hold on a little bit longer, things like that. And yeah, so you can actually notice the bearish formation actually just started from here. We're actually running over 6,000 bucks currently, and I can tell has actually dropped while I'm explaining now, because it's like we actually have a lot of trades here. So what we're actually just going to do now, first of all, is to actually just quickly close this particular trade, because we're still playing roughly around 10k currently. That's actually what we're playing around with currently. So let's actually just zoom up this particular trade now, guys. Guys, we're actually having over 10k now, guys. We actually just hit a second level of this particular challenge just like that, guys. We actually just hit a second level. Guys, we actually just pushed $100 through to water claim, through to over 10k currently already. Guys, you can actually see this formation. First of all, you can actually see this formation. So this stop actually took off, hit a first level, hit a second level. I actually saw some nice bullish formation here. So I actually just had to keep stocking in some more trades. And then we saw the bearish movement, so we actually just had to leave this trade. Now, what's just going to happen here, first of all, is we can actually see that there's actually a crazy level here. Telling us that this particular stop actually has a high tendency of not breaking up towards this particular zone due to the high level of support and resistance around this range. So we're actually expecting this stuff to actually drop towards our first level again and our second level again, just like that. So what we're just going to do, guys, is to actually just stock in our trades again to actually just utilize our capital now, guys. I'm actually so excited, but I just have to relax because we've not hit our target yet. So let's actually just try stocking in some trades now, because guys, this particular stuff is actually a perfect sale now. Let's actually just stock in our trades, and we know once we go into this trade, our stop loss might be a little bit far, because we'll be looking at this particular zone here as a stop loss, which is a bit far, but we'll actually just have to use that, guys. We'll actually just have to use that. Okay, guys, so we'll actually just be stocking in some more trades just like that. But for the meantime, this is actually what we're having, guys. This is actually really smooth, guys. This is actually really smooth, guys. Our rate is even actually so small currently, guys. And guys, don't forget that this particular stuff actually started from just $100, right? And guys, this is just crazy. This is just crazy. Even though it seems like we're actually accumulating some right now, but it's actually okay. We already know where our stop loss is. We just need to keep stocking in some more trades, and we just need to keep picking the stops just like that, keep stacking in more trades like that. And we already know our first level and then our second level towards this particular range just like that. Yeah, so we just see how much we can actually pick from this particular stop, guys. Even if this stop actually goes against us now and hits a stop loss, we are still good, guys. We just lose maybe just 1,000 or two or so, because our stop loss is kind of like far away. I will lose like 1,000 or two, and that's the cool, guys, because if this stop actually goes smoothly, we'll actually be picking quite some cash, guys. Okay, guys, so we'll actually just watch and actually just see how this podcast actually goes. Okay, guys, so what we're actually having here is actually very tricky, right? We actually noticed a nice reversal at this podcast spot, right? So this podcast stuff, I was actually holding it. This stuff was actually running over 10k, like it was actually running over 10k, right? And then I actually noticed an instant rejection. It wasn't unexpected, because there were actually some crazy rejections here before, stock, right? Remember that. So yeah, I just thought maybe it's possible for a stock to just keep dropping and come towards this particular level, and then I just simply zoom up the trade. But the rejection candlesticks here are very powerful, guys. So it actually just had to reject this one also. So what we're just going to do, guys, is to actually just leave this trade now, because we're actually having about 18k of our equity currently. Let's actually just zoom up this particular trade currently, guys. So the currently, guys, we're actually having approximately 18k. Yeah, that's actually what we're having currently. Yeah, so that's actually what we're having. So guys, we're actually getting close, guys. We're actually getting very close, because our capital is now like it's not kind of like very stable now and things like that. So it's kind of like far easier now for us to actually hit a target. So we actually just need 1 or 2 sniper entries. That's if we're able to hit 1 or 2 sniper entries, then we should be able to just hit this particular stuff like that, because there's no room for error, guys. Come on, guys. I've been practicing this stuff, guys. I've been practicing this stuff, like ready for this particular day, ready for this particular moment. So there's no room for any error. There's no room for any error. So guys, let's actually just watch out this particular stuff now and actually just see how this stuff goes. Possibly should actually drop and maybe create some rejection candlesticks here again. I don't know. Maybe that's possible. That's possibly what's going to happen, right? Just create some rejection candlesticks at about that range where we actually have a year, or I don't know. But actually just watch what actually happens. We just watch what actually happens on this particular spot. And currently I can't really tell any movement, because it's actually very strange, because it's on a rejection level currently. So it's actually just to wait for it, right, to actually just see what happens within the next few minutes. Okay, guys, so the particular formation we're actually having here is actually really smooth, right? Because guys, look, now I actually thought what I was seeing wasn't making full sense when I was checking out the stuff. Because look, guys, this particular stuff actually pushed from this level. Look at it. Like, remember I told this zone was kind of like an indecision zone, so I couldn't really go into any trade. I just kept monitoring it. It was looking really weird. All the stuffs that were forming at the spot, it wasn't making any sense. So I just had to leave it. Now, after a few hours, an hour or two or so, it actually took off. Right, and then I was like, okay, so what's actually happening here now? It's actually very tricky. I couldn't really go into any trade until boom, I saw a hammer actually got formed, and boom, another hammer actually got formed, an inverse one, right? And then we already know what's happening, right? So the first hammer, I was like, okay, maybe this stuff actually wants to drop. This is what I'm actually seeing a hammer here, but it's actually a bullish hammer. And then boom, I saw another hammer forming repeatedly, and that was a nice confirmation. As if that wasn't enough, I tracked this particular stop, and then boom, guys, we actually caught a nice resistance at that particular spot, telling us that what's about to happen, a drop. So guys, you actually know how this particular stuff actually goes. So we're just going to catch this particular drop nicely now. So we're just stocking enough sells into this particular stuff now. And of course, we know where our stop loss will be. Our stop loss will just be just above a highest point on our resistance zone, just like that. That's about the spot like this. Just at about the spot. Let me actually show you, so you are not confused, right? Just at about the spot. Okay, maybe not there. Maybe just at about the spot, right? So this is actually where our stop loss will actually just be like that. Okay, guys, let's actually storm this trade now. And that's it, guys. Guys, we literally just hit target. We literally just hit a target, guys. Guys, we're actually running about 34k on this particular spot, approximately 35k, and our equity is actually showing about 53k at this particular spot, guys. You can actually see this particular spot currently. Now, of course, we are even still having some free margin, some level of free margin. Our margin level is about 106% there. And guys, look at our balance, look at our equity, about 52k, guys. We're actually running over 50k currently. Now, this particular stock is extremely volatile. So what I'm just going to do before I explain any further stuff is to actually just zoom off this trade now. And that's it, guys. We're just able to hit our target, guys. Guys, we just created a different level, right? Guys, we just got to a different level, guys. We just got to a different level. Like, guys, I have just been fighting and struggling to actually hit the stuff. I've just been struggling, guys. To get to the stuff, and I've been trying to hold on. It's not been easy, just being stuck in this place like that. It's not been easy, guys. We actually literally pushed this stock from $100 to over 50k, guys. Everything live here, guys. We literally just pushed this stuff to 50k. Guys, remember to drop your comments down there. I'm taking 40k out of this stuff and I'm actually giving it out to the traders capital frame, right? I'm actually giving 40k, that's 10k to 4 random people. I wasn't joking, guys. At the beginning of this video, I wasn't joking. So just drop your comments down there. I'm actually just going to look for 4 random comments there and actually just select 4 random people there and actually just automatically just give them the account, 10k each, right? So they can actually trade and cash out for themselves just like that also, guys. And of course, the remaining 10k, that would just be like, I'll actually just chill with the remaining 10k, guys. But damn, guys, we've been able to push $10 through to $1,000. We've been able to push $25 through to over $10,000, and now we just created a different record. We're able to push $100 through to over 50k crazily, just like that, guys. And then you saw every single movement, every single stuff that we actually used there, guys. You saw every single stuff we actually used there, guys. Every single stuff was actually very clear and very plain and very straightforward there, guys. Guys, this is actually so smooth, guys. I'm actually just so excited, guys. I'm actually just so excited, guys. So that's just how Spectacular actually goes, guys. So guys, we're actually just able to hit our target crazily and smoothly, just like that, guys. Guys, I'm actually so exhausted. I'm crazily exhausted. Like every single stuff, I've been locked up in this place, and finally I'll actually be zooming off, knowing that mission was actually accomplished, and that was actually really smooth, guys. Now the beauty about is like I'm not even getting all this cash that is coming now because 40k out of it I'm actually giving it to 4 random subscribers, right, through the traders capital firm. I've been saying it, right? So I will actually just go in the comment section, select just 4 random people, right, and actually just give them the accounts, things like that, to actually just be trading so they can actually be withdrawing for themselves, things like that. And of course I deserve to keep 10k from it, guys. That was actually really smooth. And just like I told you guys, what we actually did was actually a high risk trade, right? And ChatGPT was wrong in saying that maybe it's not possible or something like that, but it was right in a way that they said that that will actually be a really high risk or a high risk trade, things like that, or what they call high risk trading. I don't know if that's how we should put it, right? Because guys, we kept stocking trades, and you saw how we're stocking trades. So to actually achieve something like this, it has to be crazily high risk, right? So I can't say I recommend you trading like this all the time, but you can actually test yourself, right, once in a while, just like we actually did. And it's not like I just woke up and started doing this stuff, right? This actually took a lot of time of preparation and things like that, right, to be able to achieve this. And it's why I'm actually so excited about this, guys. I'm actually so excited about this, guys. This really just so smooth, guys. This really just so smooth. You have no idea what this actually means, guys. So guys, that's just a Spectacular so much to go. So if you are new to the Spectacular YouTube channel, just remember to hit the subscription button, hit the like button, and also remember to turn your notification bell so you don't miss any videos I'll be dropping out from this place, just like that. So in this place, we don't just show strategies and things like this. We actually give out free robot indicators that can actually use to hit the market crazily, and we also drop crazy signals that you can actually use, right? The link is actually just in the description box there. Like you can actually just join Mr. PFX University. Is actually for free. You're not paying a dime to be a part of Mr. PFX University, just like that. So guys, that's just how Spectacular so much goes, guys. It's a bye from me, guys. I'm Mr. P. Peace.